there. It's been a while since I've recorded anything for this channel, and I just kind of wanted to say hi. I mean, I've been up to a lot over the last like year or so since I've last even done anything. I'm currently out in somewhere. I'm out in California right now, actually. I've been basically all over the place. I think the last time I recorded anything, I was like having a normal life, but I mean, those things never really last for me long, so I kind of just started the sofa surfing thing again. I can't remember what even happened. I went from like where I was in, I think it was Leamington, then I went to Sweden, then I ended up in Baltimore, then I ended up in like somewhere, and then I got to California, and I've just been here for forever. And I'm gonna be heading out to Texas on Christmas, which is actually tomorrow. Oops. No, no. Actually, I'm heading there after Christmas, because heading there on Christmas Day, I don't even know if you can get flights on Christmas Day. I know you can get a Greyhound bus on Christmas Day, because I almost booked one. But I don't even know. Like, I've been doing all right, I guess. Spending a year kind of doing stuff for myself. I obviously I'm not working that job anymore, given the fact that I kind of just started like the sofa surfing thing again. I'm in like the middle of, I know where I am, but like, so I'm not there anymore. At the moment, I'm kind of just doing my own thing. I'm getting by making plush toys like this Flygon down here, and also crossing roads, which I need to do. So there we go. But yeah, it's been going well. I kind of been getting by, trying to develop my own things now. Trying to start my own businesses, working with these and working with other things. I've been working on a big project, actually, a really big project, and I'm quite excited to. You'll definitely be hearing about that within the next few months or so, because it's going to be pretty huge. It's not going to, like, I don't know, because I don't really do too much with my channel. I don't do much with this YouTube channel anymore, although I really should be doing. I don't know, because I think sometimes I feel like for someone who is like an international vagabond, who's like constantly in a new country every other weekend, I feel like I should be like, I feel like I should be vlogging some of that, or at the very least, like, you know, showing people what's going on with my life. And I'm just gonna switch to a new hand because my arm is getting tired. But yeah, no, I figure with someone who's like traveling around all the damn time, like, maybe I should actually start. Look at how pretty things are out here. Like, it's such a pretty area. Look at that. I think the only thing about it is that every time I turn on my camera, I never really know what to say. I just kind of want to just start rambling, but I never really know what to ramble about. I guess how I got here is an interesting story, because like, I pretty much just flew to California and had zero plans. So I ended up like sleeping on the floor for like a day, where some drunk girl like broke my laptop, and it was absolutely terrible. I had like, my laptop was completely cracked, the screen was terrible, and I was like, are you fucking... I was so freaking mad. But I ended up getting it fixed, because I do a lot of, like, obviously I'm a repair technician myself, and I do like a lot of stuff like that. So I did it all right. I actually went to do there's a video game store in this town, and I'm good friends with the owner there, so I ended up just sort of ordering some parts to their store, and they just came in and was like, hey, I'm gonna just get my screwdriver out, start taking apart my laptop in your store. And that was kind of fun. That store is actually really cool. I think so. One really nice thing, and I keep coming back to this town specifically, because it's a very like inspiring place for me to be. I found that like it's interesting for a lot of reasons. Like, in the video game store that I visit in town, they've got like a lot of they've got this museum out back, and they actually have stuff that's been made by like they've got a bunch of indie games that have been made by people who actually live in this town, which is really damn cool. People like, I am in the same town as like the people who developed Super Meat Boy and Bit Trip and The Binding of Isaac, and it's just that is really inspiring, especially given the fact that I'm trying to start my own businesses. So it's like, I mean, when I see things like that in the video game store, and I see that, like, you know, there were people in this town who just made something, and now they have like a big, now they have like signed copies of their own things just sitting in the back of a museum. It's like, it's inspiring. It makes me feel like I can do that. It makes me feel like I can just go out and I've always been a bit of an improviser anyways. I mean, I'm the kind of person who literally just flew to the country and started sleeping on the floor until I ended up making arrangements until I ended up making arrangements with some guy that I just met while I was here, and that's the kind of person that I am. And I feel like if that's the kind of thing that I'm doing, I have the imagination to pull something off. So that's what I'm doing. I'm working on a big project, and I'll be saying more about that within the next few months. In fact, speaking of the next few months, continuing on with this whole sofa surfing ordeal that I have going on, I'm actually flying to Europe in like just after New Year's, and I have absolutely, like, this is actually going to be about the same thing that's going on with this. I have no plans for what happens when I land. I'm just gonna make shit up when I get there, because that's how I roll. And to be fair, it cannot go worse than it did this time. I mean, this time, as I mentioned, I ended up sleeping on the floor and getting my laptop trampled on by some drunk girl, so that is probably not gonna happen again. I think it's one of those philosophies I've always tended to hold to in life. It's just that, like, you know, no matter what, I always just throw myself at a situation, and I just see how it goes, because sometimes I can end up with some pretty amazing things just by throwing myself at a situation and seeing how it goes. So it's like, I always like to challenge myself. I always like to put myself in situations that maybe make me uncomfortable, because in the end, I end up growing as a person because of it all. But yeah, no, I always end up growing as a person at the end of it, and I always end up meeting new people and getting new opportunities at the end of it as well. So I think it's a decent philosophy. I don't think it's a philosophy that everyone can live by, but it's something that definitely works for me. Anyway, with all that said, it's Christmas Eve right now, so I'm going to be heading home and getting myself a nice meal, and I hope you guys have a good Christmas, because I don't even know what I'm doing, but it's going to be fun. See ya.